Do you have a hot new business or an established business that offers great and unique services or products that you want to get the word out? Are you looking to grow your business and you want everyone to hear the buzz about it? Do you have an amazing project or an idea that impacts our community that you want to share or get others involved in? Then you've come to the right place. You're listening to Community Connections with Norma G. I'm your host, Norma Guerrero, and I want to share your passion while connecting with our community. So now, let's get ready to hear about what's hot, what's new, and what's happening on Community Connections with Norma G. Give us a call at 888-565-1470 and join our conversation. Good evening, listeners. Thank you so much for tuning in to Community Connections with Norma G. I'm your host, Norma Guerrero, and we want to welcome you for coming back and for tuning in again. You can find us at 95.3 FM at AM 1470. And we're live streaming on my Facebook page at Community Connections with Norma G. And you can watch us live right now. For our guests for today, we have a very special guest today. It's a brand new program that we're going to learn all about today. It is Purpose-Driven Parenting, and we have Rob Cunningham and Jenny Otero. And if you have any questions for them today, you can reach us at 888-565-1470 and call in. Welcome, Rob and Jenny. How are you?
Hi, great.
We're
doing
great. Thank you for having us.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much for coming. And so, Purpose-Driven Parenting, what a great name. I really like that topic. What does that mean?
Purpose-driven parenting, it really is, from our experiences, being able to find your passion with parenting, finding a purpose with how you go about parenting and finding yourself, and then being able to find and help your children.
Our children.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Which is our number one priority in our lives if we have them.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And what kind of organization is this? Is this for-profit, nonprofit?
Nonprofit. It's going to be a nonprofit organization. Yes.
And what type of what are you trying to do in the community?
In the community, we really want to be able to just create a support network for parents.
Right.
Beginning with single parents, also all walks of life parents, and parenting.
So I imagine you both are parents.
Yes,
Yes.
we are.
And you have children?
Yep.
How many children?
We have a total of 7 combined.
7 combined.
Yes.
Oh, you have like a little
Yeah.
like football. What are you into? Football, soccer, baseball?
Oh, yeah.
One of those.
Definitely.
More boys, girls?
More boys.
A lot of
We've got-
boys.
Yep.
Wonderful, wonderful. So
Yeah.
you guys have come together and you each have your own individual children. And so it's how did you guys meet? Through a single parents type of
You wanna-
group?
Yeah. So basically, we both attend a church in Coral Springs. It's called Church by the Glades.
Uh-huh.
And they have a class. It's a Christian-based single and parenting class.
Okay.
And so we both went to the class together, and we did that course. It's a 13-week course.
Oh.
And it's so informative, and it's so great. And that's where we met. And that's where this whole idea came
Got
about.
birthed.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
And so what made you come up with the name Purpose-Driven Parenting? Just a
I-
little spin off the Purpose-Driven Life a little bit?
Yeah, we did read that book.
Some of it a little bit,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's really when we went through our single parenting course, I know that they really touched on being able to find yourself, find your heart, and find your the heart in your children, and being able to parent towards that. So, that's our passion. That book actually specifically, I know they did mention some things about passion and how finding a purpose in life. But that's where we're
Yeah,
at.
and when you have, if you're a single parent and you have these children that you've been entrusted with, your purpose, we can have multiple purposes in our life, but your purpose certainly is to provide and nurture and
Correct.
meet the needs of your children. And that can be very challenging with one parent, 2 parents, 3 parents. I mean, it could
It
be
is.
challenging with in any circumstance, certainly when you're on your own though. But that's wonderful that you're looking to see what can I do to provide a better life for our children. And so what would you say would be some of the one or two top 2 lessons you learned from that parenting group?
You want to start?
Really, it's about
Or how about this? Like, what drove you to take the class?
Well, I mean that's a great thing. I was drawn to take the class because I wanted better skills, a better skill set in being a parent, especially post divorce, being able to help my kids and be able to find each of them, figure out how to parent towards each of them differently because of their age groups or their age differences. That's really what I was looking for in the class, being able to do that. And we did find that I found that in the class, but I found that there was much more that wasn't covered in the class that I really wanted to discover.
And that's kind of what led you a little bit to maybe wanting to come up with your own nonprofit organization.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, for me,
What did
starting
you
the
learn?
class,
Yeah.
what I learned the most is because I have older children. I have two that are a little bit older, and taking the class, I learned so much on how to deal with them and how to handle them and how they're each an individual and how they need to be treated differently. And so I was like, wow, I wish this would have been available to me sooner. And it's at a church, and we want to make this available to everybody because it's so informative.
Okay.
It really helps you to understand your children, to understand yourself as a parent and what your needs are as well, and kind of deal with that whole situation. So that's why we're doing this, is to get it out to everybody, to help people.
So if somebody wanted to reach out to you and get in contact with you, because it seems like you're embarking on becoming a little bit leaders in this topic, or as you're still trying to, I mean, I know your kids are a little bit older, you don't have infants, but I think you have young children to teenagers.
Yes.
It's a process, it never ends. I think my mother's still trying to guide me
Yeah,
at times, right?
Yeah.
And so
All of us.
as you guys become a little bit leaders because you're spending the time learning and people are going to be reaching out to you to questions, how do people get a hold of you if they wanted to start to either do you have any support groups set up yet so far?
We're in the process.
Yeah,
We'll
no,
have
I mean,
one very soon.
Literally finalizing that.
Okay.
This
We're
week.
trying to finalize venues and kind
So
of.
if people wanted to reach out either come alongside and support you, whether as a single parent themselves or as a sponsor, how would they contact you?
Well, they can go on our website, which will be up very soon. It's parenting, purpose-driven parenting.life.
Yeah, we have a dot life. Yeah.
We have a .life.
Okay.
Yeah. Or our email addresses are rob@purposedrivenparenting.life.
Okay.
And Jenny, JENNY, at purposedrivenparenting.life as well.
Okay, wonderful. And so who are you looking to help? How have you identified different types of families out there? Who are you looking to help?
Well, we're looking to help 3 different types.
Okay.
So the first one will be single parents.
Okay.
It doesn't matter how you're single or how you came about to be single, just single parents,
Okay.
1-parent home. Then we're looking to help a 2-parent home, whatever those parents are, 2-parent home, and
Okay.
then blended parenting. So,
And that's what you kind of qualify this a little bit as when the
absolutely.
parenting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
When you kind of mix it together. Very good.
yes,
Very good.
because we are blended. So we want to help with that too, because that could be very challenging.
Okay.
And there's ways to help maneuver that process, but.
And
Yep.
so if I were to ask you, let's say in the 10, well, do you have children 5 to 10?
We do.
Yeah.
5 okay.
do.
In the
Yeah,
5
I
to
have 2.
in the 5 to 10-year-old range, what are some of the challenges that people encounter with raising 5 to 10-year-olds?
Right now, so I've got a 7-year-old, a 9-year-old, a 10-year-old, and a 13-year-old.
Okay.
My 7-year-old feels that he wants to be 13. So that's a huge challenge for me right now.
He wants to be older than he is.
Yes. He looks
He
up
wants-
to his older brother, but he thinks he can do everything that his older brothers do. And it's definitely a challenge being able to, keep him motivated and on track and on task. And you've got to come down to their level and really understand and question each of them and figure out what each of them are good at. So it's definitely a challenge, anyone that has children under 10.
Sure, and especially we have so many in one house.
Yeah. And it's hard because if you ask them to do something or take care of a task, you can't just generalize it. That's what I found out. That's one of the things I learned and we learn.
You have to break it down a little bit.
You do. You have to find out what, how do they specifically take on tasks, and, sort of customize it for them. So
Wow.
they enjoy it.
Well, I mean, like I said to you guys before, I don't have children. I do love them, and I have 5 wonderful nieces and nephews, and I love, as they were growing up, and as the younger ones are still growing up, it's my passion to spend time with them and help the families that, the parents that are raising them be a part of that. So I can't imagine that if that's a full-time job.
Or
how
doing
that
it on
is-
your own without support.
For sure. And so, and how about you? You have from like 10 to 15 or 15 to 20.
I have.
What are some of the challenges that you see in a little bit older age children?
Well, my 14-year-old is a freshman in high school, so I'm dealing with being a freshman in high school, not really knowing what he wants to do, kind of guiding him, peer pressure, friends, all that sort of stuff. And he's a boy. And then I have a daughter who is a freshman in college, and I'm working through her process. She's still my child, even though she's a freshman in college, and she's going through her anxieties and her adjustments in college, and she still calls mom frantically, with things that she needs. And I have a 22-year-old as well, and he really doesn't call me all that much. He's already an adult. He's kind of on his own already, but I'm still there for him for whatever it is that he needs.
Okay.
So I'm down to really one 14-year-old at home. And it's just basically now it's just kind of just guiding him on, these next 4 years of high school, and talking to him and kind of seeing where he's at, and what he wants to do, and find his passion for life.
Okay.
And kind of guide him.
Well, it sounds like these support groups, kind of like any support group, but sometimes support groups can be all about yourself, in terms of I need support for myself, depending on the type of group it is. But in this case, the type of purpose-driven parenting, the support groups that you're going to want to be developing are going to be twofold, because they're going to be receiving information that can better help you be a parent to the children. And then also from being around other people, by nature, a support group is to help support yourself.
Absolutely.
And so that's what I love about the idea of this purpose-driven parenting, is that you don't have to be alone, in this world raising these children by yourself. That here you have these 2 lovely people, Rob and Jenny, who have a passion for their children, a passion for the community, and they want to become better parents, raise great children, and they're taking the time to study, learn, and develop their skill sets so they can impart those skill sets onto the children. And so you guys should be very proud of yourself for expressing that commitment, because the children are our future, as they say. Well, we're going to go to a little commercial, and we're going to continue to talk about different resources that you provide. And again, tell the listeners again how we can reach you and how we can find you moving forward.
Definitely visit our Facebook page. You can get a hold of us through Facebook.
And that's at where?
Purpose-driven parenting.
Purpose-driven parenting on Facebook.
That's our Facebook.
Okay.
And I think the handle on Facebook is @purpose-driven-parenting. Again, Rob @purpose-driven-parenting.life.
Okay.
And Jenny @purpose-driven-parenting.life also.
Wonderful. We'll be right back with Community Connections with Norma G.
From simple sprains to highly complex surgeries, the Orthopedic Center of Palm Beach County has been serving the South Florida community for over 65 years with the finest orthopedic and pediatric care. Our physicians are each experts in their field, providing a complete spectrum of musculoskeletal care, from prevention and diagnosis to treatment and rehabilitation for every part of the body, in both children and adults. Our doctors are able to perform the most advanced treatment options available, including PRP therapy, stem cell, arthroscopic surgery, and microsurgery. At the Orthopedic Center of Palm Beach County, we are dedicated to providing a comprehensive solution to get you back to your routine as quickly as possible, in the shortest period of time with the least amount of inconvenience. With 3 beautiful new offices located in Lake Worth, Boynton Beach, and Wellington, we are able to provide much-needed care to families in the South Florida area. Give us a call at 561-967-6500. From our experienced physicians to the most advanced treatment options to our state-of-the-art facilities and excellent support staff, The Orthopedic Center of Palm Beach County is committed to providing you with the very best care. Call us at 561-967-6500 or find us at www.ocpbc.com.
Know your body, gain control of your health, transform your life. If your body could talk, what would it tell you? At DexaFit, we show you how to take control of your health and fitness to live a happier, more fulfilling life. Hormones, metabolic health, and cardio fitness all play a significant role in your energy levels, sleep quality, and overall well-being. With our proven methods of measure, track, and discover, we show you how your body composition, cardio fitness, and metabolic health compare to your optimal level. At DexaFit, our goal is to help you identify and understand the health and fitness of how to transform your body to meet your individual goals, break through your plateaus, and take the guesswork out. Improve your energy levels, sleep, and weight. Give us a call at 561-923-8833. We are conveniently located at 2499 Glades Road in Boca Raton. Schedule an appointment online at DexaFit.com. Give us a call, 561-923-8833, and mention this ad for special pricing.
Thank you for listening to Community Connections with Norma G. We're the place where we talk about your business, a product, an idea, or a project, and get the word out to our community. I'm your host, Norma Guerrero. Today we are sharing your passion while connecting with our community. Give us a call at 888-565-1470 and join our conversation. Don't forget to tune in every Monday night at 6:30 to join me, Norma G, and the guests to find out what's hot, what's new, and what's happening in our community. Now, let's rejoin Community Connections with Norma G.
I was thinking about
Good evening. Thank you for tuning back into Community Connections with Norma G. We are talking to the creators of Purpose Driven Parenting. It's a new nonprofit organization whose mission is to educate and empower single parents, two-parent households, and blended parents with local support groups and online resources. And we have Rob and Jenny. Welcome back again.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for having
And
me.
so you're welcome. You're welcome. Well, we were talking at the break that you guys want to begin to start support groups in the community. And do you have an idea of where you think these support groups will be? Once you start to get them off the ground.
Well, North Broward, South Palm Beach, between these two counties.
Okay.
That's where we'd like to begin, and it just depends on venue. See if we can find something centralized that is easily accessible for everyone.
Sure. I can't kind of go without saying. I didn't mention it before, but my sister-in-law, her children are now, the youngest is 17 to 26 or 18 to 26. But when those children are young, I remember, this goes back 10, 15 years now, she had a organization. I don't recall if it was nonprofit or anything. Probably, my guess is, called Parenting 101.
Really?
And it was wonderful. And I remember we all supported her. And she had these expos once or twice a year for a handful of years, where she brought in all local community speakers and sponsors. And it was just, she had the same heart that you guys, that I'm seeing, and she still does to this day. And that's the family I grew up in. And it was really wonderful to be around. And she's 3 great children, my nieces and nephews. And it was beautiful to watch people who didn't necessarily have skill set leave empowered. And so I know that as soon as you launch this, people will come.
Yes.
Because I just know it. And so what is it that you need now to be able to help this support group manifest itself? What is it that you're looking for? Do you need help?
Yeah, we do. We do. And it's venue right now is going to be really big because, we're looking at public spaces. We've checked out, libraries, some community centers in some areas. Really something that can probably accommodate, 20 to maybe 50.
Okay, so you're looking for space.
Yes, actually
Okay.
space.
Right.
Okay, a location.
Yes.
All right. And what else? Have you been interacting with any community leaders?
I have interacted with some community leaders. I sit on the board of directors on the Deerfield Beach Chamber of Commerce, which is one of the youngest professionals on that board, and I've been very fortunate in meeting a lot of different leaders and people from government affairs, politics, city managers, all different people in the communities throughout South Florida. Had a lot of positive feedback from them stating as well, get this going, because
Okay.
this is going to be big.
So your response has been that
Very positive.
just to go ahead and get
Yeah.
it started,
Yeah.
and and you'll get a little support and backing. But
Yes.
what specific support are you looking for besides just venues?
In regards to sponsorships, I want to be able to bring in all different industry speakers and sponsors. Anybody from legal, financial, real estate. I mean, post-divorce people in, post-divorce have issues with, trying to find a place to live with their
Sure.
children, all kinds of,
Sure.
so there's a lot, and there's a lot of professionals I already know, and I'd like to meet more, and both of us would like to be able to bring them in and have them speak and help.
And your children, they're aware of you guys putting this together?
Yes.
Yes.
And what's been their response?
They're like so supportive. They're
Yeah?
so like proud of us. They're like, "Did you finish your website? Did you, they're so excited."
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
They
That's
want to
wonderful.
help. They want to help. Yeah. in
They wanna
regards-
help?
Yeah,
Yes, they
absolutely.
do.
Yeah.
That's
It's
great.
It's becoming
That's great.
like a family event.
And I feel like my daughter and my oldest kids, like they're like, "You could do this, Mom." Like I've raised them. They're good kids. They're like, "You could do this." So I was like, "This is great."
Well, children like to see their parents kind of, instead of just nagging at them all the time, but actually doing something productive, because you lead by example.
That's right.
And so
Absolutely.
not only are you just doing it, for work, but it's actually you're giving back to the community, and hopefully in return giving back to them by becoming better parents, and they'll be thankful for it and grateful for it. And so, tell me, in what context would you put together a support group? Are you going to do it for just separate men and women? Do individualized? Do you feel like that is something that would happen, or do you think you can put it all together as a co-ed?
Yeah, it will definitely be co-ed, and the groups would be separated by the type of parent that you are. So it'll be specifically addressing your situation. So we'll have co-ed, and it's interactive. So you'll be able to share stories. It will be great. It will be a time for people to share whatever they would like to share, kind of listen to other people's experiences, and that's how we're going to do it.
So you're looking at, I guess, at least 3 groups.
Yes.
In a sense.
Yes.
Right,
Yep.
3 groups.
Yep.
And you're thinking maybe once a month, once a quarter, or that's obviously still needs
We're
to
going to see.
kind
It
of.
depends on demand. I mean, see
Right.
how this plays out to begin with, and see how many people are really interested, and we'll feel out, how many times a week and everything.
I mean, we're kind of thinking doing it like one day a week, and they'll have like it'll be a course of like a few maybe 12 weeks or 13 weeks, and then at the end they'll get a certification, that they went through this class
Okay.
and they that they learned. So
I think it's great. And once again, I want to thank you so much for having the big heart for our community here in Broward County and Palm Beach County to want to help people that are going through a difficult time, because that's, sometimes it is coming off of a divorce, and single parenting can be very difficult. And so I wish you the best of luck and many blessings. And I hope that you just become a really strong support group in our community. Tell us again how we can find you. And if there's anybody out there that has a venue that has some sponsorship, someone that that you could target this audience and reach out to, single parenting, blended family parenting, 2-parent parenting, meeting those needs to raise better children, please contact Rob and Jenny. And how do we get a hold of you?
Rob at purposedrivenparenting.life and Jenny at purposedrivenparenting.life.
And on Facebook?
Yeah, absolutely, on Facebook. Also Instagram, Twitter.
Okay.
it's all the
So-
same at Purpose Driven Parenting.
Okay.
Yes, correct.
Purpose-driven parenting. Thank you so much for tuning into Community Connections with Norma G. This week, we'll be back again next week with another episode, and we wish Rob and Jenny the best of luck with the launch of their new support groups in our
Thank
community.
you so much for having us.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Have a good evening, everyone. You've been listening to Community Connections with Norma G. We'll be back next Monday at 6:30 with a new guest to share about what's hot, what's new, and what's happening in our community. Did you hear something you liked today on our show? Please contact me, Norma G, at 954-802-2015. I look forward to helping you expand your business, project, or idea and connect with our community. That's 954-802-2015.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.